actually part of the team.
Yes, she is part of the African Town Hall team. I'm just the face, but I have a lot of pillars holding me and the African Town Hall. So all the how some things that you are seeing going up and down projects, like there are professors, matrons, patrons, coordinators that are pushing the African Town Hall. So that Cardano and blockchain will go further in Africa and every region. Yes. So that is it. Welcome again to our third Idea Fest, the third one for Fund 15. This is African Town Hall. This time around, we'll do our introduction at the end of the presentation. So today we have with us over here Raphael and Justina, who will be presenting their proposals. Raphael have about two proposals, or is it the same? Your name
What,
came twice.
me? You're saying
Yeah,
me?
yeah, you.
I've just one. This time we
Oh,
put it all into one
okay,
because of
okay,
the categories. The categories made it easier for us this time.
okay. So you'll be presenting on the V2 inheritance DApp for Web3. Yeah, that'll be great. So the main reason why we have been hosting this Idea Fest is for the proposers to give us an high-level overview of what their project is all about, so that voters can get an informed decision what your project is about, the impact, and how they can also participate or they can help you to shape your project very well. So we'll have only 3 minutes. No, today you are only two, so we get about 5 or 6 minutes. Let's say 6 minutes high level overview. Yeah, 6 minutes high level overview of your project. You can share screen if you want, and then also we'll have 5 minutes question and answers or suggestions that we have. So Raphael, up to you. Take over. Thank you.
All right, I'll share my screen. I don't know, is it working? Can you see it?
Yes.
Yes. All right, thank you. Awesome. So I'll try to keep it short, within the 3 minutes. But hello, everyone. I'm Rafael, co-founder and CEO of GenWealth, and we have a Fund 15 catalyst proposal that solves an important problem that you're currently facing. I'm talking about crypto inheritance and recovery. And for that, we have a few questions for you. One is, how will your family recover your crypto after you're gone? Do you have a plan for that? And how likely is that plan to work? And the other one is, what would happen if you lose the seed phrase? Do you have any plan B, any way to recover your crypto, or are you basically doomed? These are questions we don't think about enough, especially if you're holding crypto in self-custody. And in a couple years, you can find yourself having a great wealth you can't assess, just like Stephen Thomas, who lost his seed phrase and with it $700 million in Bitcoin. The frustration was huge. It's bad enough losing the crypto, but imagine not being able to leave that wealth to your family after you're gone. Unfortunately, this is common. 20% of all Bitcoin has been lost forever because there is no secure way to recover or leave crypto as inheritance without putting it at risk. The problem on Cardano is similar, and we don't want you or your family to become a part of these concerning statistics. That is why we are building Genoff, a crypto inheritance and recovery app that leverages smart contracts to empower you to create rules for inheritance and a plan B for your crypto. With our technology, you keep full control of your assets. You create a blockchain will where your beneficiaries can easily claim their share of the inheritance. And you can set up safety wallets to recover your crypto if you lose access to your seed phrase. Everything is powered and validated by Cardano smart contracts without the need for intermediaries. Our technology is flexible, updatable, and provides you with peace of mind. And our smart contracts guarantee immutability and safety. Genwealth is the only non-custodial solution that is compliant with inheritance law. And while our competition can only tackle the problem in Web3, we are using smart contracts and bringing this inheritance technology and its benefits to the real world. We have launched already first version. We've tested it with crypto users and inheritance firms. We're helping us shape this technology into a software for professionals to manage real-world inheritances more efficiently. And the potential is massive. We have 84 trillion that will be inherited over the next 20 years. And we can make that process faster and cheaper while bringing a lot of RWAs and activity onto Cardano. And our proposal focus on building our V2, right? So we have this feedback and we have changed our architecture to answer all the requirements from Cardano users and inheritance professionals. When we are done with this, it will allow us to start delivering the app on Cardano, but also start real world pilots with some of the inheritance firms that have tested this with us and are excited to try it in the real world. And this will start the tokenization of ownership records on Cardano and for them to be able to create these blockchain-based wills. In terms of the team, well, we have previous experience in the inheritance industry with an online will creation app and partnerships with inheritance professionals, and a lot of experience on Cardano with two protocols launched on Cardano mainnet. And at the end of the day, we just don't want you to suffer like Stephen Thomas. We don't want your family to live with the fear of losing your hard-earned assets due to waste, inefficiency, or technological limitations. And if you don't want that either, help us build this solution for you. Search General whenever the voting is open in the Catalyst voting app, and please vote yes. Thank you all so much.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Raphael. That was very quick. And I really
Ah,
love
good.
that. I really love the rhetorical question. You kept me thinking, what happens if you are no more? What happens to your crypto? And I was like, geez, yeah, seriously, what happened? Because once you are no more, you have gone with your seed phrase, right? So what happened to your crypto? How will your
Yeah,
family benefit from it? And I was thinking, it's like this is a very good proposal.
thank
It's
you.
very,
Thank you so much.
yeah,
But this is a good question. You know, the process is really complex. Even when they are able to get the seed phrase, sometimes the people don't know what to do with it,
exactly.
what to do with the assets, how to sell them, how to use them. It's yeah, it's very complex.
Yeah. So the question I want to ask is that how do you verify that really this person that have an account with us is no more and their family member is coming for the seed phrase or their crypto? How do you
Okay, so
verify that the person is dead?
oh, how do you verify it's the right beneficiary? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. How would you make sure that this is the right what the beneficiary, let's say for example, I listed one of my children as my beneficiary and this my child came to tell you that hey that is no more and I want his money. How do you verify that's truly true that is no more?
So in terms of the beneficiary itself, for the first version, what we are doing
Hmm.
is through the wallet, right? So you can put the wallet of the person, the wallet address, you can define the amount you want to leave them, and then that's the verification. They just use that wallet to claim their share. Of course, in the future, we can do a lot. You can use identities, you can use all these kinds of things to do it. Of course, we do need a good self-sovereign identity to do that so that there are no risks for the person's identity. But yeah, the possibility is endless. Were you also asking about how you verify that? Was that the question as well, Daniel?
Whether what the beneficiary is saying is truth or not.
Okay. Truth in what way? Can you just
Truth
trying to
in
understand?
okay, so yeah, the platform is for inheritance.
Yes.
Yes. And if I have an account with you, I'll have to list a beneficiary. So this
Yeah.
beneficiary will only have access to my crypto when I'm no more, right? When I'm dead. God
Yeah.
forbid. Yeah. So now what happens to how do we avoid fraud, right? Let's say beneficiaries coming to tell your company that hey, this guy is no more and I'm the beneficiary and I want the money. How do you verify what the beneficiary is saying is the truth or not?
Yeah, that's really good. Like, I'll tell you what we have as options for V2, and I'll tell you what options we want to have for the future. So, in
Hmm.
terms of trigger for that verification and for checking if the person is alive, our long-term goal is to give people different triggers for them to choose because all of them have advantages and disadvantages depending on your own opinions and your own mindset. The first two triggers we have with this version is proof of life. So this trigger, a lot of people enjoy it because it doesn't depend on everyone else except yourself, the asset owner. So you set a deadline, you go there, and like once a year, once every 2 years, whatever you set up, you can go there and prove you're alive. The great part is that it also updates automatically every time you use your wallet. So every time you do a transaction. But in case you're not doing transactions, you can use this method. The other one is that we have a feature where you can nominate a professional executor or lawyer, whatever makes more sense in your country, to be the one verifying the death. Of course, this introduces a certain level of trust because you need to trust that the professional will follow the requirements by law. But this was something very requested by people. And the last one we are working with, there are actually two, but we are prioritizing one that would be a little bit easier to do, is with oracles. So we are exploring an integration with open banking where you have Oracle verifying the open banking API. And once your account in the bank, wherever is marked as you're marked as diseased, then that will be the trigger for the smart contract. Then we can do many things afterwards. We can even create like a decentralized marketplace where you can choose professionals to validate the death documentation submitted by the beneficiaries. But all these things, for example, that increases the cost significantly for the users. So all the triggers have advantages and disadvantages. What we'll try to do is give you a lot of options and then you choose from whatever you prefer. And right now we start with these two options as with this proposal, let's say.
Thank you, Raphael. Anyone else want to add suggestions, feedback, or kudos message to Raphael?
Yeah, and any feedback is also good. If you have another idea also for validation of these things or anything you want, we'd love to hear it, to be honest.
I've heard this a number of times. I've followed Raphael, and as he himself is saying, or was it Danny? It's a very good idea, and I also like the questions. I was actually thinking about those things. The questions Danny brought up that should somebody come scam you guys that my so and so is dead. I'm claiming it. And it's also good what you people have proposed to do against that because you can never tell. People are always smart to go around things to make your projects unpopular and those things. I think it's a good, I believe, not I think, I believe it's a good proposal. And I pray this time round you get the needed supports and then we'll see how we go on. Yeah, we are all behind you. We are going to vote for you. I don't have any proposals, but African Town Hall is going to vote for you, and Accra Resource Center is also going to vote for you. So I hope this time around you're going to get it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We were really close last time, but we were missing a few million ADA.
Yes, 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 yes.
But we really appreciate your support and everyone's support. And we are happy to see that we get a lot of votes usually. We just don't find the whales, but it's good because it means people would like to see this happening, and that matters.
Mm. Okay, thank you very much. Then next on the list, we have Justina from the Lava Foundation. Justina, can you please unmute yourself and give us a short intro about yourself and then your project?
I also see that Benny, my colleague, has joined the call, so I think we will present that together.
Okay.
Benny, are you here?
Yes. Hey, how you guys doing?
Okay, amazing. So yes, I'm Justina. I am developer relations engineer at Lava Foundation, and the proposal that we have alongside Wizard and Benny is from Wizard team is for Cardano Scale, which is an SPO powered gateway. I can share my screen, and Benny, if you would like to do the pitch, take it away from here and
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
show things
So
out.
again, thank you for having us here. We'll talk a little bit about how Cardano Scale it can help the Cardano ecosystem grow and how people can get involved and actually benefit from this. So, like Justina said, through a collaboration between Wizard and Lava Network, we are bringing the first institutional grade decentralized RPC gateway that is powered by SPOs, that the same SPOs that secure Cardano today. So blockchain are basically useless without RPCs. It's necessary for every application to build that's built on any network to provide even the most basic to advanced services that leverages blockchain, like in sectors like DeFi. So we are bringing this to the ecosystem, decentralized RPC infrastructure that is powered by SPOs. This is not just an ordinary RPC endpoint. Wizard is bringing an existing platform that has trackable credibility and performance at scale. So we're talking about 160 billion relays processed all time, 1 million plus weekly active users, 32 plus blockchain supported, over $3 million in protocol revenue that, of course, the SPOs and other node providers share. And 5 years already of growth in Lava. So due to that growth, we already see institutional involvement like Blockfrost and Google Cloud and other DeFi projects that are leading in other blockchains today. So this is the value that Lava can bring on day one, decentralized multi-chain RPC infrastructure that is already adopted by institutions like Fireblocks. So think of Lava like Lava network like an Uber for blockchain nodes. They match dApp requests with node providers, handle quality scoring, and manage payments. As an SPO, the only thing you need to focus on is running your own node like you do now, and just Lava handles everything else. So if you are an SPO, this is truly a passive and impactful way for you to turn your Cardano node into a reward RPC endpoint. You already run the infrastructure anyways, so now you can get also paid for RPC queries too. So even small stake pools, let's say above 1 million to 5 million, with excellent uptime and low latency can earn disproportionately regards to what they're earning now with the delegation size. Of course, that depends on quality of service scores, but this is something we can discuss. We're going to have a roundtable soon and other events where we can answer questions from SPOs and really discuss how we could bring sustainability to this ecosystem through that. So the proposal, we are asking for a total of 185,000 ADA, where 55% of it is going to SPO rewards to incentivize early onboarders. And also those early onboarders already going to have true demand flowed into to their as a provider. Because also some of the funds we're going to use as to subsidize subscriptions. So dApps that are going to want to use this RPC endpoints will be able to use it for either a very low cost or for free. So I think that's it.
Wow, that's great.
Any contributions for the Lava Foundations team? Cardano Scale.
Yeah, no, I think Benny covered that really well. I think really the key thing to take away from for SPOs is that, yeah, it's just as simple as maintaining and running your existing infrastructure. You don't really have to set up anything new. There are some configurations that will be necessary to join the Lava network so that all of the incoming traffic would be distributed through Lava, because this is what Lava network really does. It sends the traffic to the most optimal nodes. And it's a really great environment for different SPOs to be in and try to stand out based on the best quality of service. And on the other side, we have all of the dApp developers who are building incredible projects and they need reliable RPC and they want to scale. And this is just the solution that we are working on to provide the Cardano ecosystem with so that they have reliable RPC. And on the other side, SPOs can get rewards for amazing service that they provide. So I think the only thing that I will add is that you can easily find the proposal by searching Cardano Scale, and I really hope that you will support this proposal.
Of course, we're gonna support Cardano Scale, and we believe that all our networks are also
Yeah.
going to support this.
I would also want to add, this is a win-win situation for the ecosystem. On one hand, like the ADA reserve that SPOs are currently earning from won't last forever. So they need to start relying on actual use cases. And I think this is an opportunity to kind of monetize all the hard work that they're doing and with their stake pool. So great for everyone.
Yes. Okay, thank you. I think I saw Mary here. Okay, Mary is gone. Yes. So Benny and Justina, thank you very much for your presentation. We have also updated what's going on right now on our S channel so that people will know about your project. The one you did last week, we posted it on YouTube and then shared on S as well. We'll do the same thing for this one as well. Okay, Mary is not here, so let's go to our next speaker. Um, Praise, Praise Ubong, right, from Nigeria, and your project title is what? Nomentra. If you can please unmute yourself, a short intro about yourself, then just 4 minutes presentation.
Okay, please confirm you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you.
All right, let me share my screen. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Good evening, everyone from Nigeria. I am Praise, and I am the lead for this project, Nomentra. So basically, what Nomentra does is basically a trustless land registry, and we want to set up a collateral rails which helps people to prevent fraud. Now, the project was based on various concerns that has to do with land fraud, and we are very, very certain that land fraud is not only an African problem; it is something that is being done all over the world. Currently, every other part of the world uses the normal centralized database to store land project land records. But what we are trying to do here is we are trying to create a system whereby land data are verifiable and at the same time they are also trustworthy. One of the reasons why land stores on centralized database are quite risky is because of the mutability. So anyone could easily just mutate it, change some record, and that is all. Last year, there was an incident in Nigeria where a prominent figure had his property confiscated because there was some conflict in the land record system, and the court ordered the house to be destroyed. Now, imagine if a system like this already exists where everybody can verify if you are actually the owner of this land. Currently, we have signed some deals with we have an MOU currently with a licensed lawyer firm, a law firm, and also a surveyor firm as well, which would help us get this data record with the government verified before any land can actually be minted on the blockchain. We are using the CIP 60 8 for the NFTs. And why are we using this? Because land record is actually something that moves. The banks today are actually concerned with land records because most of the time it takes a lot of effort. It takes money. It takes a lot of research to actually confirm if this land is actually legit or not, or this record is actually legit or not. But why are we using this technology? It is because land data are actually dynamic, because you could actually pass away, just like how the first speaker spoke about inheritance. You could actually want to pass in your land as an inheritance to your kids or to someone else. So this is where this technology come in. We are asking for 100,000 ADA for this, and we want to use this money to set up the rails and the collateral system. This is an open source project that would benefit the whole ecosystem for other aspects or other countries and other parts of the world. So I think basically this is what we are building. Thank you.
Wow, basically what you are doing is very great. And thank you for proposing. Let me ask you, what you and your team, right? What came into your mind to come up with such brilliant proposal?
Okay, so I've been in the real estate industry for a while, even though I'm a software developer, and I have seen a lot of double selling. I've gotten a lot of complaint about people saying, I just bought this land and I discovered that I was the sixth person actually purchasing this land and I am joining the case in the courts. So, and most of the time, this process, they last for almost years. You keep spending and spending and spending, and at the end of the day, everything you spend goes away. The real owner will still get the land. Somebody can just come out of the blue, tell you, okay, this is this land, shows you every record. And the funny part is, you would see this record as real records, but because you do not have any idea, you do not know anything about land data and land records, you get to believe them. Some lawyers actually even fall victims as well. So I've seen this over and over again, and millions and millions of dollars has been wasted because of this. So I felt, why not build something that everyone can actually just plug in and check for verify for authenticity. We could just use the coordinates, check through the coordinates, get some digits, go through the ministry, use that digits to confirm if this person is actually owner of this land. So we are not trying to replace the government. We are just trying to amplify the authenticity of what the government is giving out. So that was how the idea just came about. And we felt, why not try it with Cardano? Because the system, the technology Cardano is bringing is quite very useful. And the CIP68 is something that other blockchains do not have.
Yeah, right on that. Any question from the listeners to
I do have a question maybe for Praise. Hey, Praise. I think this is a really interesting idea. One question I have for you is, have you heard about a project called Landano?
Sorry, I didn't get that.
Have you heard about a project called Landano?
No, not really. Landano,
You,
I'll check that out.
yeah, check them out. They are also on Cardano, and they are kind of doing this very similar. They're doing land registry also on the Cardano blockchain, and they were doing some pilots in Africa. I think it was in Ghana, but I'm not sure. But I've been with them in the CV Labs Accelerator program, and yeah, it was really cool what they're doing, and they already had people who had like experience with these kind of things. Like they helped create the property records and the organization in Dubai, and now they were kind of trying to do it on blockchain.
Okay.
I think maybe there's a lot of ways to collaborate. Also
Yeah.
because I think they have already some technology, but they need help also in expanding and things like that. So maybe even you guys could collaborate in some way and you could help them with Nigeria, or you could make their tech even better. Who knows?
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you. I'll check them out and look through their tech.
Yep. I think that's a right source that Raphael is pointing you to. Londano have been in the system for quite some quite for some time now. So I personally also know them. So um please just go and read more about them and then try and get in touch with Raphael too for networking, right? Okay, who do we have here? Call, you have a proposal here. Let me look for it. Yes, Cardano powered EV carpool. Call, are you ready for to present?
Hello, good evening. Am I audible?
Hi, Paul. Are you ready to present?
Yes.
Your line is breaking.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, I can present.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Thank you for having me this evening. So, my name is Eko Hadi. Unfortunately, I won't be able to present my screen or share my screen because I had to attend to an emergency currently. So, my name is Eko Harden and I'm the founder for Urban Link. So, Urban Link is a platform building the next layer of urban mobility infrastructure for African cities. So when it comes to Urban Link, it's not a ride-hailing service like the ones we know, but rather it's a structured shared community for daily workers or employees too. So the problem we identified is that every weekday in cities like Accra, so I'm currently in Accra, I'm from Ghana. In cities like Accra, there are thousands of workers leaving and coming home at the same time and travel like to the same business districts, yet they all kind of move separately, like in separate vehicles too. And the result is that there's a lot of gridlock traffic, unnecessary gridlock traffic, wasted fuel, long commute times, rising transportation costs, and also shortage in reliable transportation too. And we further took a step forward to conduct a survey which covered about 1,029 workers in total from four business districts in Accra, and coming from about 25 companies in Accra too. And we identified that the real problem is not even necessarily about moving from one place to another, but rather coordination. That is where you're able to get people from one place to another place on time or at a specific time rather than just getting up and just moving to. So UrbanLink is built to coordinate the daily commuters into a shared and scheduled route. So with this one, people who live along the same corridors or areas, work in the same business districts, and travel at the same times are grouped into a pre-booked electric shuttles that run fixed morning and evening routes. So our product is focused mainly on rush hours, like in the morning and evening, not in between, because that's where most of the traffic is and most of the unreliable transportation issue arises from too. And so rather than the usual chaos involved in transportation, workers to get predictable pickup points, fixed schedules, and lower cost per ride compared to the ride hailing services too. And instead of like having just one person in a car, we move about 10 to 30 people per shuttle, cutting down congestion. I also mentioned that we'll be using electric vehicles, so emissions cost will also be dropping too from there too. Currently, unfortunately for us, we also have a secured partnership with Margo Motors Ghana. They are affiliated to Margo Motors Japan, who would be supplying us with electric vehicles and also experienced drivers to partake on this project too. So Urbanlink is being built on Cardano to solve the biggest problem we face when it comes to shared transportation, that is trust and transparency. So we are developing a system where every seat, every payment, and every completed trip is recorded on chain through smart contracts. And this means that there'll be no revenue leakage, no disputes over trips, no manipulation of fares, and full accountability between riders, drivers, and operators. Today, UrbanLink operates as a real-world transport model with defined routes, pricing, and fleet structure. There's been a lot of work so far in building the system itself too, and we'll be making some progress too. And with Project Catalyst to enable us to now put that system on chain and make it scalable and verifiable. So as I mentioned, so far we've designed the routes, the fleet model. We've also mapped the commuter demand in key business districts and also built the platform architecture. Then lastly, also structured the Cardano smart contract flow between the riders and also the bus operators or the drivers too. And Fund 15, we are raising 165,600 ADA to deploy the MVP. We'll cover our onboarding of our first set of shuttles, activating the smart contracts, and also launching of our first operational routes too. And this will actually take us from pilots to daily revenue generating operations. For our pilot program, which should be 2 to 3 months, we are aiming at least 200 rides for our pilot too. And the team consists of 3 individuals: myself, who happens to be the project leader and the UI UX designer; Justice, who is our blockchain developer and also works as the software developer too; and Richmond, who will be in charge of operations and community management too. And as I mentioned, I'm in the Cardano ecosystem. I've had 2 experiences when it comes to execution. That is, I've won funding from previous funds. That's Fund 10 and Fund 13. One in the DRF space, one in also the ecosystem or onboarding space too. So I come with execution experience from 2 successful Catalyst funded projects already delivered and completed into the Cardano ecosystem. So with this particular project, we are rather turning traffic into a shared infrastructure. So that's one route, one shuttle, and one community at a time. So thank you very much for having me. And I'm counting on your usual support for this funding round too.
Yes, Echo, thank you very much for your presentation. It's good to know that there's a rare cases coming from Africa, and you'll be able to identify a problem, and you are using blockchain to solve it. Kudos to you and your team. The main question I wanted to ask, right? What will your project be doing that the existing transport system that we have, like Uber, and the rest are not doing? What will be a bit different from yours to them?
Okay, thank you very much. So in regards to ours, you see, one thing about Uber is more than often they are more or less like private cars or they are small. So because of their size or structure, the number of Uber cars in quotes on the road compared to what our solution is going to do is that instead of having like just one person in one car on the road, which is also contributing to the major problem of traffic and unreliable transportation, we are moving, let's say our bus seaters should be having about 10 to 30 seats in there too. So instead of having just 30 Uber cars on the road, we are moving these 30 people into one shuttle or one electric shuttle to also now cut down the number of cars on the road and just have like one particular bus to save the pressure when it comes to less rush hour. Because the rush hour issue is usually because there are a lot of cars, like mainly because there are a lot of like these private owned cars or the ride hailing cars on the road and few buses too in there too. And I think one additional insight we also got as a team is that we see these local church roles that we have on currently at play. What we aim to do is that if UrbanLink be able to work out very well and get this particular funding, we can be working with the government, because the government is also working actively in solving like these shuttle issues too. And now these local churches that we have or local vehicles that we have can be working on these minor routes, whilst these buses can be working on the major routes, just to ease the traffic and the unreliable transportation inconvenience that has been caused for a while now too. So that's like the difference between the ride hailing and our solution.
Very much. I'm sure you're also planning to extend this to other African countries. I'm sure Nigeria will appreciate this also very well, not only Ghana.
Most definitely.
Yes.
Most definitely.
Okay. Thank you. Any other person have question for Echo? No question. I think I saw Mary here a while ago. Mary, I've gone it back. If anyone want to ask questions, suggestions, or partnership, you can just reach out to any of these presenters. Mary is not here. Mary is gone. Um, Anyone here who registered to present today that have not called? Musa, your presentation was last week. You did not show up. Um,
Sorry.
Anthony, do you have any presentation? No. Okay. Yeah, Musa, were you saying something?
Yeah, sorry. GM everyone. Good evening to you all. I thought this thing was cancelled last week because I received a mail regarding that was cancelled or something. Am I mistaken?
From African Town Hall?
I think so, sir. Yeah. Yes.
No, we actually updated our calendar, if that's what you mean. But we did not cancel the idea first, but that's fine. Um, Echo, you want to contribute something?
I think he mistook the email. I think it was Project Catalyst themselves. They sent a mail canceling some of their meetings. So I think probably he confused it with this
Oh, okay.
particular one because I received a mail like that from Project Catalyst, not
No African
Catalyst
Town Hall.
account. Or
Okay, okay. So these are two different entities, right? Yeah, two different entities. So that's fine. That's okay. So we can give you, if you're ready to present, we can give you the last 3 minutes to do so if you want. We have great voters here in the building, right? All the people who are presented, they are all whales in quotes. What? So if you want to present, I know you are doing very well with your student projects in Nigeria. Other than that, you can present next week too. We are doing, sorry, on Friday, we have another town hall. So either we'll give you 3 minutes to do so, or we can push you to Friday. Which one do you want?
Okay. Do I stand a chance to just utilize this 3 minutes and still come back on Friday?
No, no,
Yeah, let me
no.
make it Friday.
Yeah, so Friday, okay, that's fine. So, yes, that's great. Like we have updated everybody that presented today on our social media and giving you the visibility that you need. This video too will be available before Friday on YouTube, and at the same time, post it in our Telegram. In the Telegram, we have about 290 people over there who are all Cardano enthusiasts and they are all voters. So this will mean a lot to you and your project. Without wasting much of your time, we'll come to an end with today's section. The third section for Fund 15 Idea Fest. The fourth and the final one will be this Friday, 24th, the same time, the same place on Zoom. So without wasting much time again, have a good night and thank you all for coming, passing by to present your proposals. We appreciate you all. Thank you. Bonne nuit. Good night.